It occurred to me that, gee, wouldn't it be neat to visit Nepal or take advantage of the opportunity I had to revisit Nepal, go to the periodic markets and have people actually take photographs instead of just relying on my own photography. At the time, Eastman Kodak was very interested in understanding how people around the world who have never used a camera take photographs. And they provided, I think it was 25 or 30 cheap plastic cameras, easy to use cameras. Everyone that received a camera and instructions was told that they would receive a copy of their photographs. For instance, if there was a wedding going on, we'd ask people to take pictures of the wedding. In the marketplaces, we would give cameras to vendors and to buyers in the market and ask them to take pictures of what was important, why the market was important to them. We finished our trekking, went back to Kathmandu, had the film developed. We gave people the images and had them tell us the story behind each one. We learned a number of interesting things. For example, one was that mistakes weren't necessarily mistakes. The way we discovered that was noting that people's feet were always cut off. And we initially dismissed it as just bad framing. But it turns out that being barefoot, particularly for an adult, was a sign of poverty. We only chose people who had no experience with a camera. But what was interesting is that people understood that there were several potential images within the camera, and that they were being strategic. They were pre-planning the story they wanted to tell, because one image would build upon the previous one. All of this convinced me that we needed to find a way in market research to put the very people we want to understand back into the research process. What I learned in Nepal and subsequently in the development of ZMET is that if you trust the people who you want to understand, that they will reward that trust with lots and lots of insight that would not otherwise be available.